In light of the attack from the invisible enemy, as well as the need to protect the jobs of our great American citizens, I will be signing an executive order to temporarily suspend immigration into the United States. Trump sent out this tweet yesterday night as a result of our current crisis. He does, in fact, have the power to do this. Federal law specifically gives the president authority to suspend the entry of any aliens or any class of aliens for the period that the president deems necessary. And similar measures have been taken by prior presidents, though none quite as wide-reaching as far as I know. So this hopefully should go through without much obstruction. But what really is the importance of this order? It immediately spurred on massive excitement for many people on the right all across the internet, since it seems like one of the most direct attacks against mass migration that we've gotten really ever. Though, in a practical sense, immigration had already been reduced very significantly by the current global situation. So, will this specific order really do that much to halt the overall effects of mass immigration? This order is, after all, specifically temporary. Even in the best case scenario, would say another 6 months or even a year without immigration really do that much to change the overall trend? Probably not. But, like with many things in politics, what's really important here is the narrative that's being created, not the specific policy that's being implemented. In a saner world, this moratorium would be utterly unsurprising for many reasons. For one, any sane nation would never allow the levels of migration that are rapidly making people strangers in their own homes to occur in the first place. That alone would be easily enough to justify an immediate reversal that a moratorium like this would represent. Of course, that's not at all the goal here, explicitly, but that alone would be enough to justify this sort of action. But, all that aside, even if there were no larger concerns at play here on mass immigration, an order like this would still be utterly uncontroversial in a saner world, given the current crisis that we are in. Just like shutting down travel to where this originated, these would simply be common sense solutions. The reason why this decision is so controversial isn't because of the policy itself and its effects. It's because of what it represents for the entire project of internationalism and homogenization. One notable thing about this tweet is that it doesn't just focus on the public health problems from this immediate crisis. It does, of course, start by referencing that, but it also specifically mentions the need to protect the jobs of American citizens. That line helps frame this issue as something that isn't purely the result of the current issues that we're facing. Sure, jobs might be threatened now with everything that's going on, but won't they still be threatened a year or two from now? We have no idea how massive the economic damage from all this will be, and how many jobs will be lost when this all is over. This very well may take years to recover from, so if this order is so effective at protecting jobs now, why don't we continue it for a few more years, or even indefinitely? I certainly don't think that that is Trump's goal with this order, but that one line from this tweet helps frame this as a part of a larger issue, and it does inevitably ask those questions. Why don't we continue this? What is even more important is that this was all done so publicly. As I said before, immigration has already been reducing considerably because of all the current chaos that's been going on. This could have easily been done in a much more private manner, with pretty much the same practical effect on our current crisis. But the fact that this was all done so publicly will ingrain this action in the minds of the public. Before now, there were very few mainstream politicians discussing a total or a near-total immigration moratorium as a serious policy. Yes, I know there have been a few dissidents, but none of them really come anywhere close to the main levers of power. Now that this action has been done, and it has been done in pretty much the most public way possible, people won't be forgetting this as an actual option anytime soon. If we can shut it down once, it's not hard to imagine that we can do it twice, or a third time, or however many times we need to. This is the real effect of this action. Suddenly it becomes clear that this massive global process that we have been assured constantly is totally, simply inevitable and irreversible, can actually be stopped with a single order. Just like shutting down the border was, this shows that we really can reverse this if we just want to, and if the political will is there. And with that in mind, it isn't so crazy, after all, that the left is so terrified by this type of action. They have been working on this project, what we often call globalism, for decades, and an action like this could be a serious threat to it, so it is something they should be concerned about. We certainly should celebrate our victories, especially since things very often look so bleak. But with all this said, this is certainly only the beginning. This order alone is not going to reverse all the problems that we have, and it certainly is not going to last forever. Thank you everyone very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and most importantly, please do share this video with anyone who you think might find it interesting. It's very hard to grow on YouTube, so it really does help if you can share this with anyone. And for my regular viewers, I was planning on having a different video out for today, but with all this going on, I decided I wanted to put a video out on this topic. I'll hopefully have another scripted video out this Friday, closer to the regular length of my videos. Thank you everyone very much for watching, and goodbye.